106.7 WTLC. I'm Karen Vaughn. It is Working Diva Wednesday, and I have my first guest in our new studios. Matter of fact, I'm relaunching my book club. I launched my book club here in June of 2000 with Iyanla Vanzant's book, The Spirit of a Man. And now we're going to take it to the home team. Hush, How to Radiate Power and Confidence Without Saying a Word by the Linda Clemons, Indy's own. She's here with me now. How are you, Miss Hush?
I'm first. I'm doing wonderful. And thank you so much for all that you do. And thank you so much for helping getting the word out and hosting a wonderful event. Thank you, Indianapolis, and for coming out and showing out and helping making this book a USA Today bestseller.
Yes,
but I'm first
we
in the
love
book
to
club.
hear it.
First in the book club. All right.
I love it. I love the book. I love everything that you have been doing over the years, teaching us how to radiate power, how to radiate confidence, standing in our power zone. I love it all. And now it's in a book, right?
Yes.
So when we think about you being the world's top body language expert, and in writing this book, power comes from silence rather than speech at times. So what do most people misunderstand about confidence?
Absolutely. You know, one of the things which is so interesting, Karen, that you mentioned earlier, having been part of the WTLC family, and most people didn't know that I traveled around the world as a world-class body language expert because I'm always silent and watching and observing. Lots of times you think that person who carries a big stick also speaks the loudest. Not necessarily so, because silence can convey confidence. It also can convey courage, and it depends on how you stand. So why is silence so important? Well, our first language was nonverbal. When you're a little baby, you can't speak a word. You barely start speaking words at the age of 2 or 3, but you were able to reach out when you wanted something or cry when you wanted something. But imagine being in a room and you're in a meeting and you're in a role of leadership here at the station, and there are changes that are about to take place. And you know, people sense change, and we have a tendency to sense more negative thoughts than we do positive thoughts. So the moment that you call a meeting and everyone's saying, oh, there's going to be some changes that are going on, this is going to take place, and you're in that room and you're watching the folks on the right, on the left, and the people that are in front of you, and you're calm. And people look at you, Karen, they said they're going to do this. They're going to change this. Why aren't you upset? That's where the power is, when they see the still tower. And when you're able to do that, you're able to command and take over your emotions. So the power in being still is critical because there's a part of our brain called the amygdala. And when I go into buildings, I always have a tendency, and this is a personal thing to those that are listening, I always have a tendency to count exits.
I do too.
Oh my gosh, I do. Girl.
Yes.
I count exits because you and I both know, in case anything jumps off, I want to be able to run, right?
Yes.
So people say, what difference does it make? You should be able to go in and just be positive and enjoy. Oh, I am positive. But if you are panicking, then your amygdala will take over. But when you are in control of that part of the brain, you could be calm and automatically bring down the data. It's over to the right, exit there. There's a basement there. Elevator can't do that. And so that's what happens with so many people. They start broadcasting, here we go, instead of tuning in.
Ooh.
Snap, snap, snap.
That's the next title of the next book.
Gosh. Girl, we should do one together on that one.
Yes.
Broadcasting instead of tuning in. And tuning in is you're remaining silent to listen or being in a more observation mode where you could look at what's going on. Because here's what takes place. How many times have we jumped into a conversation rather than keep our mouth shut to understand what all the parts are?
Okay.
And you don't even know the story. You in somebody's Kool-Aid and you don't know the flavor. And so you're doing that and then realize, oh my gosh, I was wrong because I misjudged someone.
That's good. That's good.
And see, when you're normally talking a lot, and then when you get quiet, just like with your kids, just like with your spouse, your partner, your significant other, if they come home from work and all of a sudden they're off base, and we'll talk about base, and then you'll say, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. Well, first of all, the tone's not right.
Yeah.
And they're just
your body's
there,
not.
and your body's not right. What's the song? It's written all over your face.
You don't have to say it.
You don't have to say it.
What are some of the most common mistakes that people make with body language?
One of the biggest mistakes and that people make is not having the awareness. It's called social awareness that, okay, once you walk out of the house and you are engaging with other people, girl, you're on stage. You know, being a professional in radio, once that mic is on, you're on stage. So most people are not aware of how they're showing up. And it's quite difficult for some folks. They're thinking, you know what? I'll say, girl, fix your face. We're in a meeting. Yeah. Fix your face. And how many times could someone to say something and then the stimuli would come like, oh my God, here we go again. You see, now you can't see what I just did. I did an eye roll. And here we go again, another meeting. Now I'm doing an eye roll, but I didn't say a word. You're sitting across the room. You said, girl, fix your face, because we know you don't want to be here. So we are not aware of how we are coming across. So here's a sound bite I'm going to give you. And you know, we radio people, we speak in sound bites. I'm going to give you a sound bite. The moment that you think it, when everybody think about this, whatever's on your mind, it shows up in the matter, but I'm going to give you a little sound bite so you could remember. The moment that you think it, you ink it. You ink it. It's written all over your face and your body language. So the biggest mistake is not making sure that your thoughts and your actions and your words are in alignment. So the moment you get up, I don't feel like going to this meeting. Guess what? The moment that you speak it, the tongue is connected to the speech center of the brain. The moment that you speak it, the brain says, oh, okay, this is how we roll it. I don't want to go to this meeting. It's going to be one of those days. Then the body will follow. So it's hard to see the picture when you're in the frame. So the biggest mistake is not having self-awareness so that we can have relationship management in the people that we encounter. Now, I'll give you another little bonus here because y'all got to go get the book, y'all. Y'all got to get the book. We only have so much time. So another little thing you want to remember, that if you are thinking that, okay, I'm going to be open for possibilities, then your power zones should be open. Now, I'm using a word some of the may not be familiar with. So when I say power zones, there's a little dimple where your neck is. The heart is a power zone. The belly button is a power zone. And the reproductive area is a power zone. Now, y'all, look, for those single folks out there and those married folks that need to kind of rekindle, that's a late night show that Karen and I'll probably do later on, right? Okay. But the thing is, if you're saying to your friend or you're saying to your loved one, I'm open, and your arms are folded, it's incongruent. Your words are saying one thing and your body language is saying something else. So here's another soundbite for you that I want you to remember. Because we remember this way. So it doesn't matter what you say, your body language will get in the way.
We just need to be mindful
of
what we are putting out into the world. Let's talk about commanding the room. So when you walk into the party, last question, how do you command the room?
How do you command the room? First of all, to the women that are listening, see, men that walk in the room, when they possess and feel the power, we look and say, oh, that must be someone special. Women, we do the same thing, specifically in how they're dressed and how they carry themselves. So women, when you walk into the room, if it's a business room, if it's a party, whatever, you do not come into the room with a lot of baggage, emotional baggage and physical baggage. Sometimes even in the corporate America, women would walk in carrying everything, their briefcase, their purse, and their scarf, and this and that. So guess what? No wonder that the guy says, hey, can you get a cup of coffee for me? You think, excuse me, I'm the boss. I'm the leader here. But we walk in carrying baggage. Have your assistant, have one of your team members get all your stuff and have it already in the room so that when you walk in the room, you pause at that door. Because that door is the frame, and that sends the signal, who is that? I've arrived. Shoulders back, head level. When I said head level, don't have the head tilted so far back that looks like you're looking down upon someone. Don't have the head tilted so far low that you're ashamed or insecure. Level head.
Always.
Always.
Oh, I love it, Linda. I love it. One of my favorite parts in the book is when you talk about Maya Angelou, and it's like my favorite quote ever. And we apply it, in broadcast, in radio. I talk to my staff about it a lot. The quote is, people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. People will never forget how you made them feel. That is just so powerful because at all your events, when you're out and about, there's a feeling.
Yes.
And when one attends one of your book signings or go to one of your events, you are going to feel motivated, inspired, and that you can conquer anything because you are pouring the confidence and the power in us. So just thank you for all you do always.
Thank you, Karen.
And anything that we can do to support you, and hush. Sometimes just simply saying to yourself, just be quiet and be still.
One of my favorite scriptures in the book of Isaiah, and it talks about, and paraphrasing it is, their strength is in being still.
Except for when you go to Barnes & Noble.
Come on. You got to write about it. Get the book. Get the book.
Yes, pick it up, get the book, share it with a friend. It is our first book for the book club that we were launching today. So thank you, Linda, for being here.
Karen.
Thank you for writing such a needed book. Like, we really do need this because sometimes we forget our power.
Yes.
And we have it. It's in us always.
It never leaves you. You just got to keep it activated.
How can we reach you? How can we reach out to you?
Yes,
What's going on?
On all the social media, you could reach out to me. My name, Linda Clemons. Specifically, my niece says, tell them about Instagram. Follow you
Yes.
on Instagram. And of course, LinkedIn. And my name and my website, lindaclemons.com. It's Clemons with one M. It's kind of like the word lemons with the C in front of it. Not sour. I'm sweet. Okay.
I love it. I love it. And love you more, Linda.
I love you, babe. Love you.